Oh, okay, you have to hit it.
Okay,
Okay.
guys. Today I'm going to tell you, this is a story. It's a Native American folklore story that the earliest record ever on copy is from the 1800s. The story has been told throughout time, and it's called The Lost Children by Paul Gobble. There was a family of 6 young children and a mom and dad. And during one of the hunts, the parents, they were tragically killed in an accident. And these children, they grew up on their own. Sad, ever so sad they were. But that didn't disappoint them. The wild dogs, they played with them. But as they tried to be part of the tribe, and integrate in with their still, which was their tribe, their Native American tribe. They were Blackfoot Indians. The other kids, they taunted them. They would give them their old clothes and just make them feel fun. Can you imagine what it'd be like? Oh, here's some of the kids up on the hill. You guys are just nothing. You don't have a mother or father. You're nothing like we are. But look, our parents just went on a hunt, and look what my father has brought back, but a nice new calf or deer sheep skin that he has trimmed down to comfort me through the cold and dark winter. And these children over here, they just looked upon them and thought, it's okay. Because we know that in the afterlife, or the above world as they refer to it, these children would someday see their mother and their father. Oh, and these other children in the native tribes, they were so mean they would throw stones at him and throw their old food down to him and say, here, eat like scrap dogs. Eat like dogs, that's dogs that you are. You're worthless, you're nothing. Well, the eldest of the 6 children, they had given up hope. They had gone, they were weary, they were tired. They would travel endlessly trying to find anything to eat. Anything they could find, they would just nibble on, down to the bone. And anywhere, even if it was by a rock, they would find any kind of warmth under a shrub, under a wickiup, which in those days were just a little shed or a little thing of what we might just take a bunch of brush out in our land and just make like a little teepee out of, without any hard covering to protect them from the wind. The wind would blow through them so hard. And one day, as they were playing with their dogs, the dogs, they went to the highest rock. They climbed on this rock. They played on this rock. And they sat there one day, and the oldest son said, "It's time for us to go to the above world." "What do you mean it's time for us to go to the above world?" the other children said. "It's time for us to no longer struggle in this world, to be part of our mother and our father." So they made a pack, just like you hear of a pack of wolves, and they made a pack. And they all decided, he said, "Now remember, no one look back. No one look back," he said. "If any of you should look back, you will not make it past into the above world." He was the eldest and he was the wisest, and so most of them listened. Except while they made the transition into the above world, one of them looked back. They arrived into this glorious, it was so glorious. The sun was shining. There was flowers. There was plenty to eat. And the Mother Moon, who in the Native American culture, she came and she saw these children wandering up to her. And she said, "Come, my children, my lost children, come to me under my cloak. Let me warm your cold and hardened bodies. Let me take you and feed you. I'll take care of you. What brings you to this world? And then came Father's son. He said, what has brought this on? And Mother Moon said, these children have been mistreated down in the earthly world.
Do you mean
these children have been mistreated by their own tribe members? They've mistreated them because they had no parents to care for them of their own. Well, said Father Son, excuse me. Well, I'll show them. I will create darkness throughout the world for 3 days and 3 nights, and I will thunder my rain upon those people and make them have no water. I will create a thunderstorm, and just out of the blue, he sent down his strike force, and it thundered, and it rained, and it rained, and it thundered, and it scared the wildlife off, and pretty soon the tribe that was mean to these lost children, they couldn't find any food to eat. They couldn't find warmth from the wind. And on one howling night, the wisest of all the wise men, he said to the elders of the tribe as they gathered around the teepee, trying to figure out what was going on, the wisest of the wisest said, we were not kind and did not take care of the lost children. And so we are being punished by our wrongdoings. And oh, did they feel sad. But what could they do? The rain was pouring, the wind was howling. Woo! There was the wind howling. Woo! And the coyote, he got onto the top of a mountain and he was crying at the sky. And he was crying to Father Son. Why, he says, why are you hurting us? Why are you doing this to us? And Father Son said,
Mom, I thought
it's because you were not nice to those of your own kind. And for that, I have punished you. I will punish you no more, but learn this lesson only this time. For this time, if it happens again, the next consequence will be far worse. And to this day, the Black Hawk tribe and many tribes, this story is told in many different languages throughout the Native American tribes across the United States. They've remembered this story, and to this day they still believe. Remember the child that didn't look back, or that did look back? Excuse me. He is a comet in the sky.
Mom, I thought you
And
said
the other ones are shining, beautiful stars. And Mother Moon and Father Sun care for them every day and every night. The end.
I thought the man was the moon, Mom.